Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're looking at lesson 11, finding distances in the coordinate plane. So find the distances between the 3 points shown. So in order to do this, the easiest way is to look at making a right triangle. So the distance between -14, -3, and -14, 9. Well, what's the difference between 9 and -3? Well, that would be 12. Then we look at our -14, -3. Ooh, that's a really bad line. Let me try to draw that straight-ish, kind of, sort of. So from -14 to +16 is going to give us 30. And then this diagonal here, now what do we have? We have a right triangle. So we can take and do 12 squared plus 30 squared equals c squared. So we have 144 plus 30 squared is 900 equals c squared. When we add 144 to 900, we get 1044 equals c squared. We take the square root, and the square root of that is a big ugly decimal. So we can say that it's just the square root of 1044, or the approximation on that would be 32.3. So we can always approximate. It's not always the most helpful. We like having more exact answers, but we don't necessarily have to. So we can use the coordinate plane and make our plot these points out and then see what the distance is between them. Now, sometimes we don't actually have the figure. So instead, we're just given points. So I'm going to do a couple of these just because this is supposed to be a group thing, just to show you what it's kind of like. So if we have -3, 1, and 5, 7, how we find out what those differences are, what the side lengths of the triangles are, is looking at our slope, actually, because what we drew was our slope triangle. So remember, slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we find the difference in our y values and we find the distance in our x values. And so our y values on this first one, we have 7 minus 1, and we have 5 minus -3. So 7 minus 1 is 6, 5 minus -3 is 8. So now we're going to do 6 squared plus 8 squared, which equals 36 plus 64. 36 plus 64 is 100, and we take the square root of that, so 10 would be the distance between. So same idea for the next one. We'd have 2 minus -6 over 5 minus -1. 2 plus 6 is 8. 5 plus 1 is 6. We just square each of these, so we'd have 64 plus 36. Ironically, this is the exact same, so the distance is 10. So it's interesting to see what happens. So many of these points are the same, so seeing how that affects it and seeing what these distances are. So those are 10. The next one, -6 minus 2, and 5 minus -1. Notice that's going to give us a -8 and a +6. That's still going to give us 10 for distance. And the last one, 1 minus -5, and 6 minus -2 will also give us 6 and 8, which will give us 10 for a distance. So all of those were 10. So using that slope to kind of help you organize this to figure out what those distances are, okay? So your keyword for this lesson is coordinate plane, coordinate plane. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a great day. Bye, guys.